Hi guys, welcome to Advanced English session number 36. And to begin with, we have two sentences. One is, keep the book in the box. And the second sentence, throw the book into the garbage. Try to see the sentences yourselves. Keep the book in the box and throw the book into the garbage. I'm not talking about its grammar part. It's almost same. I'm talking about the use of prepositions in and into. Sometimes we confuse whether to use in or into. And here we have a solution. Look at this image. This image may be an imaginary image. This may be a real image. This may be a square image. This may be a circular image. This may be a triangular image, whatever. But image shows you something inside a particular area. A space is there. And within that particular space, something rests. So there is no question of a movement. And even if movement is there, that is not important part of the sentence. So this is an environment. This is a physical surrounding. So whenever I try to locate something, I try to put something in a particular physical surrounding or environment where movement is not much important, we should use in and not into. See some examples. A gym in the bedroom. This is a question. We're trying to locate gym in a particular surrounding, and that surrounding is his bedroom. Well, so in is appropriate here. Jim is in his bedroom. Second sentence, keep the book in the box. That box becomes a particular surrounding where I suggest somebody to put the book. So keep the book in the box. Inappropriate. Number 3, Keats was sitting alone in a dark garden. Where was Keats? He was sitting alone in a particular surrounding, dark garden. So this is an appropriate location for using that preposition in. And finally, I'll always keep this in my mind. My mind, again, it's a space. You do not know where this mind is, but I'll try to keep your suggestion in my mind. I try to put something somewhere. That somewhere is specified. Somewhere has a surrounding. Somewhere has a physical or non-physical surrounding. So whenever you have some physical surrounding or non-physical surrounding and there is no movement, or even if there is a movement, that movement is not important, in that case, confidently use in. Come to the second image. This looks like a cab or a motor car. What does a motor car do? It moves from place A to place B, right? So there is a question of movement. Now here, there was no question of movement. But in these sentences, you will find a sense of movement is there. And in that case, you should prefer into jump into the water and feel it yourself. I suggest somebody jump into the water means you transfer your body from a particular position and take it to another position. So this is what is state of movement. Or maybe it is a transmission. Maybe it's a kind of transformation. Maybe it's a kind of transfer of something. In all these cases, into comes first. Translate the letter into Bengali. Translate the letter into Bengali. It is not in Bengali. Originally, maybe it is in Persian or it is in English. Now, you convert that language. That means you transform one thing into another thing. In that case, into is a better option. Come to example number 3. A medicine is injected into the vein. A medicine is there in a syringe. So when I say medicine is there in a syringe, in is appropriate. But when you push that medicine somewhere else, then it becomes into. A medicine is injected, means transferred from the syringe to the vein. Into is appropriate. See, whisper something into his ears. Some message is transferred from somebody's mouth to somebody's ear. So there is a question of transferring something. In these cases, you see that movement part is very much important. And in these cases, into is the preferred preposition. Here, in these cases, only in, but you can convert into in a different way. Is Jim in the bedroom? Okay, fine, in. Somebody came into the bedroom. Then keep the book in the box. Throw the book into the garbage. Keats was sitting alone in a dark garden. A snake sneaks into the dark garden. I'll always keep this in my mind. She always tries to drive something into my mind. So you see the difference between in and into. You remember these images and things will be easy for you to remember. Now come to 3 sentences. Tired, she sat down in her chair. Tired, she was tired. She sat down in her chair. Well, there is a kind of movement of her body, but she has full control of her body. And it is a voluntary action that she sat down. That means just change of a position. Movement is not much important here. But in the second sentence, tired, she sank into her chair. That means she didn't have control. And it is a kind of dislocation. In the first case, it is not a dislocation. But in the second case, it's a kind of dislocation. Her inability to stand alone. She couldn't stand. She almost fell down. And the third sentence, I put my hand in my pocket. Not into my pocket, in my pocket. Because putting my hand, of course, it refers to some movement. But that movement is not important. My hand is only a part of my body, and that hand is not dislocated here. I just slightly move it. Maybe my intention is to find a piece of coin. So sometimes you see intention or my purpose, all these things come into consideration. And there are certain verbs, they are called movement verbs or motion verbs, like move, cut, dash, jump, push, throw, investigate, look, step, translate, whisper, inject, convert, sneak, etc. These verbs almost always invite into and not in. I hope this clarification will help you remember the basic logic behind using in and into. And you try to give your response to this video with your example. And in that case, this session can be a two-way process. So thank you very much. Have a nice time meeting you again.